Hopefulness 2.0, April 20th. I had to pretty much have to, whatever. I gotta pay to refresh, if you will, maintain the mailbox, at least for now. Who knows what's gonna happen in the next 3 months. But, today's the day to do that. I have a bit of a experiment here in that I have some leftover buttermilk and then I filled it up to about where the hell was it? About 3/4 of a cup. I added to it, rather, to reach 3/4 of a cup, some heavy cream, some whipping cream. And then, yeah. So let's see how that works. So I'm gonna throw these in here and see what's what, as it were. That's almost perfect. Oops. There's this video of this British dude who's kind of like, yelling about what it is to be British. And he's talking about, you drive a German car, you fancy the Swedish girls, and want to have sex with Danish prostitutes and so many things. And you have a Turkish kebab, and then the very last thing he says, and it's like, we are very suspicious of foreigners. And it's such a good, illustration of so much of this anti-foreigner mentality that happens so much across the world. It's like, trying to look back on my past and trying to understand the words that were said to me and the mentality that I maintained because of that. It's difficult. It's difficult for me to wrap my head back around it because it wasn't something that I had in my head due to logic. It wasn't a system of processes that was going on and me making sense of these conclusions and the like. It was repeating what other people had said and, existing in their world and the like. And so trying to understand it is difficult at times. But yeah, I was gonna... Wait, that's wrong. I was like, wait, that's the wrong color. Where's the other one? There it is, it's hiding. So the Adderall color is like a sky blue. That one's more like a teal. Anyway. And so, there's a lot that's going on. And it's difficult, like I said, to try to make sense of it, to try to parse it all and understand. Because a lot of it, And I would say the reason why is, akin to what I had just recently mentioned, is that a lot of it is just repeated. It's just stuff that somebody said somewhere, and then somebody else repeated it. You know, when I would get into conversations with certain people when I was a security guard, there was one point where this one dude, it was during like sort of the bigger gay rights advocacy time frames. You know, when gay marriage was a really big hot button issue, and you know, asshole Bill O'Reilly was a big vocal whatever. Anyway, one of the guys I would talk to, at one point he was like, you know, if we let gays get married, you know, then they'll let us, then, you know, what? Start marrying our turtles or whatever. And I was like, fuck kind of, that didn't seem logical at all to me. Conceptually, in any way. It made no sense. So I went looking it up. And I may have mentioned this, and I probably have in another video. Come to find out, like, while the source wasn't, while I couldn't identify the exact source, there were two leading sources for that sentiment. Bill O'Reilly and Mike Huckabee. So there were two people in power, on one being a politician, one being, you know, media mogul, and making the same claims that then were being expressed by somebody else as if it was that person's actual opinion. Damn it. You're supposed to close. But there's like a seed or something inside. Yeah. It's the only problem with zipper bags is that stuff gets stuck inside the zipper sometimes, making it difficult to close. What the hell? Get out of there, motherfucker. But anyway, the reason I brought it up is because I was listening to the music in the video, and I've seen the video before, and I've made the same mistake before, in that I keep thinking that it's music from Bastion that's playing in the background. Then I go to Supergiant Games and on YouTube and listen. God damn it. It's a pain in the ass. If you bring a black girl around here, I'll fucking stab you. No, I'm not. I'm not my uncle. That is just me reflecting on stupidity. God damn it. The fuck? That motherfucker is lodged in there. Jesus. Let's see if there's anything else. I think there is. Shit. Something. Guess it still doesn't want to close. Motherfucker. What the hell? Mother bitch. Okay, going fast made it work. I don't know what the. Yeah. But yeah, it's like with the whole groomer thing that's going on right now, that's like a big fucking thing. You know, it's like it's a talking point to discredit others. And it's working, unfortunately. It's getting people on the defensive, and it's making discourse unpalatable Loud noises. I need to add a little bit of water. A lot of it's not getting blended. Plug the phone back in. Put this back where I put it. Right here. Alright. It's funny. I kind of woke up feeling a little better today. Not great, just better. And maybe it had something to do with the fact that I went to bed watching Claire, some of her videos. It's like, I don't know. I think, kind of part of the idea that I've got in my head right now anyway, is that maybe, and I think even when I was watching them last night too, it's like maybe some of the, something about watching the videos and actually doing the cooking makes me feel better. I don't know. There is a sense of accomplishment, like I said before. Even if it doesn't necessarily play out exactly like I'd hoped, sometimes it does play out exactly like I hoped, which is kind of rare, for me anyway. And I know that's kind of like an aside from what I was talking about earlier. I'm not making documentaries. I'm not here to, convince anybody of anything, really. I think I'll actually go to the store today. I need to get a couple things anyway. But, it's just stressful trying to, not not think about the future, especially in the forebodingness of the future. Of my own individual future, plus the future of everything else that's going on. It's very, very difficult not to just want to crawl into bed, which is kind of what I've been doing the last couple of days. Fuck, that's good. Damn, that is good. Oh yeah. Woo. There's everything, like, okay. I'm gonna, as a staple now, heavy whipping cream is now on my grocery list. I Holy shit. It's like sour cream, just different. I gotta get milk anyway. I need to get, I watched the, you ever had that kind of like moment where you're like scratching yourself and you kind of like feel almost cold, but like in a good way? I'm feeling that like right now. It's so strange. I love it. It's one of the very few physical sensations that I actually truly enjoy in life. That's like a straight up, that's like a legit ass smoothie right there. Nice and thick. I don't have any kind of like thick straws or anything, but I can use this to consume it. I mean, look at that. It's like a milkshake. And it's good. I mean, the berries, they come out, but then like the creaminess kind of follows up, and there's a little bit of that tang from the sour cream and the buttermilk. It's just fucking good. And apparently you can do buttermilk like a sourdough starter, where you can just kind of continue to feed it, and it'll continue to effectively ripen. You know, over time, of course. And, you know, I don't have to worry about lemons, even though lemons are a good way of putting acid in something, but distilled white vinegar. It's better to have like a big ass bottle of this stuff because it's cheaper, but you know, I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to be doing with vinegar overall. You know, that's one of the things too. It's like, even yesterday with the food, you know, I finished off the pasta sauce that I had in there for fuck a month or more. It was the one that I burned, but it didn't taste burnt, which is funny because, like, I don't know, maybe it was just like on the first batch because I was, you know, I had the stuff scraped off from the bottom. I'm not sure, but it's turned out good now. And, you know, it still lasts because it's acidic, and acidic stuff can sit in the fridge for a while. Even homemade acidic stuff. And, excuse me. It's like, I'm trying to figure out what I'm thinking. There's a sense of freedom in cooking, and baking, and the like. Obviously, there's a lot of work involved after the fact with the dishes. And it's like I need to restart my starter. It's been sitting in the fridge for fucking weeks now, and I haven't fed it at all. I've got a lot of all-purpose flour that I need to work with. I've got a little bit of bread / wheat flour that I can mix into something. So maybe I can make another sourdough and just kind of change up the proportions of both. I want to make a Dutch oven pizza again, because that was nice. To be honest, I kind of wish I had a partner in all this. To share with it, to, you know, share with the process, talk about it, and work together and strategize. That's something I wish I had. I wish I had a partner in crime, if you will, but a partner to share this with. You know, recently, I want to say the last 2 weeks or thereabouts, Jaden Animation, she came out as Arrow Ace, which means that she is aromantic, which means she is not romantic, or romantically attracted to people, and she's also asexual, in that she's not sexually attracted to anybody. And I'm super jealous. Like, seriously. Somebody who experienced, like, to me, as a person who is the entire opposite of that, I am somebody who is easily romantically attracted to people and easily sexually attracted to people. It gets in the way. Like, it takes up space in my brain that I wish it didn't. One might say that you would regret it, blah, blah. There's no way to know, really, but and obviously, she's a successful person who is then saying this, and this is a sort of survivorship / selection bias type thing. How many people out there, because like she's successful, and these things are not like issues in her life. Effectively, they're issues in another way, of course, but nevertheless, anyway, it's like the reason I brought her up is like she's successful on her own. I'm not. I'm successful when I'm around people. I'm successful when I have somebody in my life who is supportive of me, who cares for me, who loves me. And one might say, well, if you can't even love yourself, how can somebody else love you? Well, that's the thing. It's like, I never really learned how. And so when I have somebody around me who does, they are teaching me how. That's like saying, how can you become a physicist? You learn from somebody who knows how to do physicist stuff, Something that fell into the trash, but it's like, if you have people who can teach you, care for you, then you can learn. I didn't learn that as a kid, so I gotta learn somewhere else. I mean, obviously, if I'm doing nothing but staying at home, I'm not gonna be meeting anybody. And, places like school okay, so a while back, I think it was on Reddit, somebody broke down, like, the main reasons why we meet the people we meet, we fall in love with the people we fall in love with, etc. It's because of where we are and how often we are exposed to them, and why it's harder as an adult to make friends and thus potentially long-term relationships versus when you're a kid. And the reason why is because when you're a kid, your entire life is essentially planned out for you, and you're almost perpetually exposed to people. You're at school all damn day. And you're in the same classrooms with people every day, and so on and so on and so on. And there is a structure, there is commonality in that, even if it's not necessarily a common interest per se. But regular exposure to people makes it easier to make friends with them or to go beyond. Now, it's easier to have regular exposure when you have money. If you're not going to school, but you're going to work instead, having that money to afford a car, which will then allow you to get to and from places faster so that you can extend that exposure. If I have to spend 2 hours getting somewhere, I'm cutting off a portion of that time just getting to that place. I'm cutting off portions of my exposure to those people. So having a car or having good public transportation means that it's easier to maintain that lengthy exposure to those people. You know, moving closer to where you work and closer to where you go to school, same kind of thing, because then it reduces your commute, which then increases your ability to stick around. It's funny, when I was homeless, before I was actually a student at PCC, I would often go to PCC. It was when I was in the process of going to school there, though. But not like before. But when I was like getting through the application process and everything, I would just go up there, hang out. And I didn't really meet anybody, talk to anybody or anything. You know, I'm some homeless dude who's at that point, you know, super ashamed of the fact that I was homeless. Didn't want to let anybody know. And but I'd spend time in the area and spend time in the library because you could get on, you know, Wi-Fi there. You didn't have to worry about signing in or anything. At least I don't remember. I don't think so. It's been a while. Maybe you did. I'm not sure. I know I spent a lot of time in the public library in downtown LA Central. But yeah, I don't know where I was going with all that. Other than just like having that exposure can help. I don't know. It's one of the reasons why I want to go back to school. It's one of the reasons why I decided to stay. Not only just for school, but to be able to get back to that having friends thing. Because, I mean, like, I get it. You know, maybe you want to be friends with people at work, but you shouldn't be forced to either. It should be encouraged from a distance. It's like, obviously you want to be friendly with the people that you're working with, but you don't have to be friends. And if you want to be, that's cool. Not a problem. If you don't want to be, that's cool. Not a problem. You're there to do work. I know I've been all over the place with this video. Kind of tired, despite feeling a little bit better mentally. And that shake's fucking good. Shake / smoothie. And I don't have much for food as it is, which is another reason why I need to go get some. Just have to figure out what I need to get. I have most of the stuff that I need for spaghetti sauce, so I can make some more of that again if I wanted to. Get some milk. Get some cream cheese. I can make some more frosting, some more pastry cream. Could make pâte à choux again if I felt like it. It's just eggs and butter and flour. Make some more pizza. Apply for some more jobs. Pay for the mailbox again. Need to renew it. That's the word I think I was looking for. So yeah, I have a couple of things on my plate. A little bit in my cup.